All right. Welcome back to another episode of the USS Akatsuki, a 10th Fleet Adventures game run here, or Star Trek Adventures game run here exclusively on the 10th Fleet Discord server. All right. So last episode, I believe you guys were driving around on your little desert dune buggies on a marginally M class planet, where you located a marooned away team and have recovered their remains, brought them aboard the ship, collected all their research. And if memory serves me correctly, you guys were heading toward the Nexus node to determine if maybe their missing ship went into.
A rift, yeah. We were
Okay.
going to try and access the node's travel logs to see who might have passed through it.
All right. Does all of that make sense so far? Okay. Is there anything I am missing before we move forward? All right. So yeah, I figure while you guys are moving to meet up with the Nexus node, I think this would be an excellent time to catch up with the doctor in sick bay. I believe it is about time their bodies have recovered enough for you to administer the next treatment plan for your chronically sick patients, I believe.
Yes, it is. I believe in the name of efficiency, I'll have both done at the same time this time.
I'll leave the floor to you.
Sick Bay to Commander Rix.
Go ahead.
Mr. Rix, it is time, in fact, for your next treatment of the Aphrodite's Lament.
Be right down.
I'll see you here shortly. Sick Bay to Engineering.
What's up, Doc?
Mr. Kane, would you like to join me in Sick Bay?
Always. Is Kial there?
Yes, she is.
Fantastic. I'll be up in 5.
I'll see you then. Sick Bay went away.
All right, weird things are happening. Let me shuffle around the pages really quick. Is it back?
Mm, No, I only
see the
see my own
bridge.
token.
I see the bridge of the Akatsuki.
Yeah. No. Why are you stuck on the bridge?
Now I'm in the engineering.
I
Engineering
moved
2.
everyone to engineering. Let's activate the sick bay.
All black.
Yep.
What the shit?
Oh,
Hey, I'm back
There
in
it
my
is.
office.
Space-time distortions.
All right, I'll just reveal your tokens. You guys can come in at whenever you feel like. And don't forget, you guys have your own soundboard, so you could do your own sound effects.
Alrighty. Kane will bound in first. Oh, there we go. Everyone, long time no see. It's been a hey. How you been? He'll say to Kial.
how I've been is irrelevant. You're here for your treatments, Commander. Please lie down on the bioped.
I appreciate that you have more concern for me than you do for yourself at this moment. Says a lot about your character, Keel.
I will finish prepping a hypo spray and simply hand it over to Kial and said, "If you would like to administer to Mr. Kane, I will get Mr. Ricks when he arrives."
I am here, Doctor, and as soon as he sees Kane, he just stops. Perhaps I can return at another date.
Oh, come
It'll,
on.
it'll be fine, Commander. I do believe I finally got these treatments fine-tuned for the both of you. This shouldn't be anything more than light suffering this time around.
Kane
If you
will
would like to make your way to bed 3.
Kane will tap on bed 3. Right here, Rix. I'll be right beside you, buddy. He'll bound on his bed.
Just attempt to ignore Kane as he walks over to the biobed.
All right. This should be a lot easier than the last treatment.
All right. If memory serves me correctly, the role was a fitness medicine. The difficulty
Correct.
was what the Aphrodite's lament
The
is.
remaining Aphrodite's lament in their system, which I believe for them both is a 2.
Okay, yeah. And then I decided that I'm gonna give the doctor or whoever's administering an assist role.
Okay.
You
So
know,
we're
probably use
doing the check, not the doctor. The doctor is doing the assist.
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's basically your body fighting off the stuff.
Yeah, just wanted to double check.
And then the doctor's assisting with, administrative and pain management and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel bad, guys. I have yet to get a treatment, and my difficulty will be 4.
Different interface.
Ooh, I did not notice that.
Indeed. Give me just a second here.
Not all white, which I enjoy.
Looks kind of like what we're using over on the Heimdall. Did you say one of my focuses applied to this
Um,
previously?
did I?
I don't remember. I want to say it was. No, I don't remember.
I guess the question is this an infectious disease or not? I
I don't think
don't.
it is.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And this isn't. This wasn't based on nanotech, right?
No, this was a modified well, I made it out of a modified bacteria, so could it be considered? It's a beneficial infectious. I don't know. The justification is a gray zone in my mind, so I'll give you final call.
Yeah, we'll say no.
Okay. And
But
you
you'll
wanted me
get a
doing
control medicine.
control medicine. Okay. Ba-do-ba-do, 1 dice to assist. Firing. Oof. This is what happens when you're still tinkering with the formula.
All right, Rix, I will give you the option to succeed at cost.
No,
All right.
I will not succeed.
All right, doctor, you go to administer the your concoction to Rix. and you're noticing that the dosage that worked in the past, because I believe it was successful last time,
Mm-hmm.
um, is not not as successful this time. In fact, you are noticing very little um in the way of it actually counteracting the effects.
I'm going to run a scan and see if I can narrow down the cause for this. My initial suspect is that his own immune system is adapting to the bacterium I'm using.
Yeah, whichever excuse we need to make this sound good, probably a Boolean immune system would probably be the correct response.
Hmm. Do you still want me to roll or
No, 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 no,
just
no.
RP it off?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
Doctor, I'm afraid to say that after your injection, I'm still as inclined to hit Mr. Kane as I was before.
yeah, I'm seeing that. Okay. It looks like the specifically your immune system is adapting to the bacterium that I'm using faster than I had anticipated. Um,
You're saying my immune system is too strong for your incoctions?
in this case, yes,
Concoctions.
inoculation. Well, no, not. Yes, concoction would be the right word. The fact that
Mhm.
you had such a high concentration of the chemical originally meant we had to hit you with large doses. And I guess there was enough of a sweeping effect that you've begun to build up an immunity to the treatment.
Well, honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna be happy or sad about that.
You like the underlying thoughts of violence against your coworkers?
Not gonna lie, it keeps me on my toes.
Well, I'm going to hit you with. Give me just a moment here. Insert hypospray noise because I don't have
By the way,
access to it.
Rix is not saying this as so loud as to Kane can hear it.
Kane is just observing this interaction with the biggest smile on his face right now.
Oh no, your treatment will be happening in parallel with his.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Rix is
Because
just
because the
staring at Kane this whole time with just a very what's a good word? Uh, yeah, with this
menacing.
usual menacing is good. Menacing stare.
Yes, no. These courses are happening in parallel because it's about 2 to 6 treatment hours.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Remember all those last times you've been strapped down to one of my bio beds, flailing violently against the restraining
Yeah.
field,
4 to 6
ralphing on my
hours.
uniform, or
Yeah. Nice.
that wasn't an instantaneous thing. That was an 8-hour cycle.
Joy.
You did say
Uh,
insert hyperspray noise. There it is.
a combination of aniprovaline and a couple of anti-inflammatories. As long as you keep your efforts on the lighter side, you should be good to return to duty, Mr. Ricks.
Very well.
Right. I believe since this was done in parallel, I believe Kane gets to make the roll here.
Alrighty. That's
And then Kiel can assist if you activate.
Kier, are you gonna activate Kiel or no? Okay. In that case, I will not add a threat. Just a straight roll. Oh God! Damn it!
I love it.
Never getting rid of this.
Same thing, Cade. I will allow you to succeed at cost.
You know what? Rix didn't do it. I'm not going to do it.
Okay. So I guess I guess Kiel, you could still technically activate even though you can't roll. So I'll give you guys the option of still activating her or to save the activation, whichever you guys feel is more prudent for your resources. Kiel, in Kane's case, um, the the stuff inside his system has probably more at this point. His immune system thinks that it's part of his body and is now actively ignoring it. I think that would make more sense.
But basically, it's lingering in his system
Yeah,
instead of
and his
being
body,
purged out by the immune system. It's
yeah,
basically causing an
it
infection at this point.
its body sees it as one of its own.
And we'll look at Kial. So I'm good to go? No more treatments?
This is probably about when the nausea would start kicking in.
Oh, oh. Do you have a bucket? And then he'll lean over and
I have
just,
prepared it in advance for you, Mr. King.
oh. He will gracefully and graciously take the bucket and then just immediately begin spewing like ugly, ugly vomiting. Oh, so Kial, I was thinking if you wanted to, I don't know, get a drink and after your shit and just he'll throw up again. Uh, if you had any time after your shift, maybe if you wanted to kind of meet up and maybe talk a little bit. He'll vomit again.
Oh. Is this a romantic endeavor you are trying to pursue, Commander?
Just colleagues getting. Oh my god, it hurts. He'll lean back and just yeah, his body is gonna start tensing up. I just he'll slump back.
Perhaps you should rest for a while, Commander.
I'm gonna look over the bed for looking up from my work on Mr. Ricks and just kind of go, "Oh, not usually that color."
Uh
Rix is sitting there silent, but he's kind of smiling at this.
I'll turn back over and continue running the probe over Ricks. Try not to enjoy that too much.
Oh, believe me, I will enjoy it.
And
In
that
fact, I
will
can't even help myself enjoying it.
Oh, I'm glad you finished that sentence. I was about to reach for a bucket of my own.
All right. Anything else taking place here? All right. I think we'll head back up to the bridge. All right. We'll probably say that Arthur, you pilot the ship um, to the Nexus node thing, and I'll leave the floor to you guys.
Hawk will chime up. Ensign, time to destination.
We are coming up on station now, Commander.
Mr. Locks, any changes in the station since our last scan of it?
No, sir. It's still awaiting activation.
Are Kane and Rix actually on the bridge right now, or?
Yeah, I figured this is an hour or so after the sick bay stuff.
Mr. Kane, do we have the means to remotely access the travel nexus's computer banks?
GM, I would assume so, right?
Like you have the codes to access it. It's just if you're looking for information, that would be the role.
Got it. Commander, I believe so. I can do a search of the system and see what we find.
Are you unwell, Mr. Kane?
I'll be fine. I got it,
Do you need
Commander.
Do you need to report to sickbay?
I'm good.
You hear Gardner in the back here. Sir, I got your bucket. I don't know what you want it for.
Sit it down, Gardner. Ugh. I'm fine, Commander. I got this.
Indeed. Run a search through the station's logs. See what the last vessel before ours to utilize this station was.
Ugh, you got it, Commander. And then, yeah, Kane will execute the search.
All right, what exactly are you looking for?
So, per the commander's orders, the last ship to execute a jump, if it recorded that. And then also, if I could maybe look for some gravy on top, it would be a log of like the general usage of the network, right? Like if there's anything I can dig up on it.
Okay. Give me a reason engineering. I'm thinking this will be a difficulty 2, but you could be assisted by the ship's communications engineering. Since you're doing this remotely.
Very nice. Xenotechnology or computer systems for focus?
I'll give you Xenotech.
Awesome. Take a threat.
Okay, so you're looking for just the database of the ship's logs, yeah?
Yeah, essentially like
Or
the
sorry, the logs of ships coming through it.
yeah, like transit logs, basically.
Sorry, typing this out.
Nope, you're good. Got it. And then the Ibn Khaldun, that was 87 years ago, right? I think.
78, I think.
Ah, got it.
Oh,
Uh,
let me hold on. Let me make sure my dates are. My apologies. Trying to do this off of memory, and I probably shouldn't. Oh, yeah. Okay, I gotta change something. Hold on. We could just say that's dyslexia.
No worries.
There you go.
Got it. Commander, I guess it might be obvious, but last use was the Akatsuki. It says here 10 roughly instances of what look to be repair drones spanning approximately 80 years. And then an unidentified ship 78 years ago, presumably the Ibn Khaldun.
Does it have destination coordinates for the unidentified ship?
GM?
I could give you that for the momentum for obtain information.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, yeah, I think you meant.
Still type, nope, still typing.
Oh, okay, got it.
I think that's what you're asking.
Yes. Sir, it looks like this node connects to two other nodes in the network, node 46 and 113. It looks like the unidentified ship went to node 113. GM, is that the same one with the planet that we were just on? Or no?
No, currently you guys are at node 47.
Got it.
No, Node 47 was where we came from last time, wasn't it? Because the title of the episode was 47.
Hold on. Okay, sorry. Sorry. let me do this again. This is node 48, sorry. Yeah, this is node 48. But then the two other nodes are fine. Yeah, 47 was where you first encountered / entered. This is 48 that has the planet you are just on. And then those two other nodes I just gave you are connected to this one. Well, okay, I guess technically this one's connected to 3 then. Node 47, 46, and 113.
Got it. Okay. Two little nodes, 46. Just updating the note here. 47. Commander, he'll relay the information. The unidentified ship went to node 113.
Very well. Captain, what are your orders?
Commander King, prepare to activate the node. Take us to 113.
Yes, ma'am. Kane will retch slightly one more time and yeah, key in the node activation.
All right, I believe I made this a task roll if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just taking a control engineering difficulty 1 assisted by communications engineering.
Cool. Xenotech for a focus?
Yep.
Gonna get a lot of use out of this one, I feel. Take a threat. And
I mean, there are times where your focuses happen all the time.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, reroll and damn it.
What was
Come
the ship
on.
rolling to assist with?
Communications engineering. Oh, that's
Got it.
awesome. It definitely knows what it wants to be a
20.
complication.
Yeah.
No help from the ship either.
Ugh.
All right, you succeed. You gain a momentum. There is a complication. Are you going to let it ride?
Unless he'll let me buy it off, I think I have to.
Oh, there's no buying it off anymore. They got rid of that for this version.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, unless I can use a trait or something else, which I don't think I can. So yeah, I think it has to stand.
Just double checking all your stuff. Nope, mostly power. Okay. I mean, I do love complications. But I think in this case, because this is just to activate it, I'm just going to bank it as threat. Kane, you're able to activate the network, and you opened up the rift to node 113.
Here you are, Captain. Like butter. Literally no problems.
Let's get a scan on the system. See if we can't find what happened to Even Khaldun.
We sending a probe through?
Yes.
Mr. Ricks, prepare a Class 2 probe. Launch through the rift.
Launching.
All right, and just because I love giving you the opportunity to roll for this, Rick, just give me a control security assisted by the ship's weapons science difficulty 2. This will be succeed at cost. Gain another momentum. Okay,
Probe
so
away.
you send the probe through the rift. Since you succeeded, Rix, I will give you information. So you notice that the probe, within a few seconds, it starts reading information from the other side. However, this is what I gotta send you.
Okay, just gonna answer or ask a question back first.
Man, you won't believe how much easier that would be to get to the ship sheet. Just
Yeah,
double click on the thing.
that's kind of why I suggested it.
Captain, the probe is on its way. However, I've spike with chronoton particles that is hitting the probe while traversing through the pathway. Nothing we have encountered before while, well, the one instance we went through these gateways.
Can we use the ship's deflector to counteract the Conaton particles?
Look into the possibility with Commander Kane.
Are you receiving telemetry from the destination system yet, Mr. Ricks?
I'm checking.
Yes, you are.
Confirm we are getting telemetry. Stand by. Reading a binary star system. 6 planets registered. More information coming in. Hmm. How I word this. Still checking sensors.
Rix, give me a reason, security or science.
Mhm.
Difficulty 1, assisted by the ship's sensors. Science.
Taking momentum. Eh. That's not gonna count. I didn't even roll one success. That's a fail. I can't reroll.
All right, I'll give you a little bit of information.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not gonna be able to get more information. There's some interference from the probe through the gateway. Binary star system, 6 planets. That's all I can get at the moment.
Mr. Lux, the presence of chronotons would indicate temporal variation, would it not?
He'll think for a second. It's hard to say, sir, without getting a better scan of the nature of those particles.
You were about to say, Mr. Kane.
I was just going to offer up my services the next time that Rix decides to run a scan like that. I'd be happy to help out. Make sure it goes through without a hitch.
Commander Kane, do you think you can devise a way to use the deflector or the ship's shields to protect us from any chronoton radiation?
Oh. I'd be happy to, Captain. My pleasure. Kane will step up. Rix, since this is a shield operation, might be useful to have your help as an assistant down in engineering.
Rix kind of grits his teeth and just measures the room. I would be happy to assist, Commander.
Excellent. Well, follow me. And the player can't remember which door is
The one
which.
behind the security station.
Got it. Okay. Kane is going to smile and almost skip his way and beckon Rix to come with him.
How long does the travel rift remain open, by the way?
As long as you are sending out the signal, it remains open.
Okay.
Rix will deliberately stand in front of Kane, not beside Kane, as he enters the turbo lift.
At that, Kane is just going to whistle behind Rix the entire way, the ride down to engineering.
Oh man, just be glad I don't have the turbolist noise that we used to have.
At some point, I'm gonna have to make some kind of check.
For you being annoyed by Kane, I'll give you a roll if you want.
For holding it in.
What's that?
Yeah, for not punching him outright.
I mean, I could give you guys an opposed roll.
I don't think we're there yet, but we're getting there.
I'll give you guys a brief opportunity on the bridge to RP before I head down to engineering.
Captain, if I may offer a supposition. We should analyze the nature of these chronotons, perhaps closing and opening a new rift to the same destination to find out if this is a persistent factor. If the Ibn Khaldun went through a similar rift and was exposed to chronoton radiation, it may not be a question of where it ended up, but when.
Good call. Mr. Lux, is the pro still linked to our kilometer?
Yes, Captain.
Is the... Are you able to use Mr. Kane's algorithm to close and reopen the rift?
Yes, Captain.
Proceed in closing the rift, and let's wait a few moments before reinitializing it.
Right. Someone's gonna have to take over for Locks here, because that sounds like we're gonna roll some dice. And potentially either an activation or we could do what we do on the Navajo and have the captain roll for it.
I think Lox
Whichever you
is,
guys prefer.
I think Lox is Kane's supporting character.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to roll off.
Also been one that
but just-
Duncan's used.
But do keep in mind
True.
the if you guys choose to play a supporting character, that you do not get to roll for your main character in the same scene.
I'll do it then, because Mahawk just kind of sits there right now without anything really better to do. Okay.
Right, feel free to activate.
Yay.
And then keep in mind, it doesn't need to be Locks. If you have other sciencey peoples, you could use them.
Do we have other supporting science characters?
There's a Avika Rael that I don't think has ever been used, apparently.
I think that's my The one I created for myself.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I can't remember
be-
because I haven't had a moment to use them. Yeah, that's mine.
Do we want to swap out locks for Rael, or do we want to activate locks?
Go locks if Arthur wants to do the role.
Like
I
GM
suppose.
said, then I can't roll as
You can do
Arthur. So
Arthur, yeah.
if someone not on the bridge wants to play,
I was gonna do it because
Do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Okay. So, all right, activating locks. All right. What has he already got? Either a new value, a new focus, or a new talent. Okay, what's the role locks needs to make now?
Okay, so you were closing the rift, waiting a few moments, and then turning it back on, yeah?
Correct. Turning it off
Okay,
and turning it on again.
I believe I said this was a control engineering role. Difficulty 1, assisted by the ship's communications engineering.
Okay, someone else gets to roll the ship this time. Will you take astrophysics as his focus for this?
No.
Okay,
This is like a communications thing.
gotcha.
All right, gain of momentum. All right, were you just opening it to the same node is the other question.
Yes, same destination, no changes in the parameters.
Okay. All right, so you close the rift that Kane made, and you reopen it. Then what are you guys doing?
Locks
Mr.
is
Locke?
going to rescan. Go ahead.
Mr. Wax, check for a prank. And check for if it's still synced.
All right. He's going to check to see if the probe is still transmitting to him.
And I'll send you this.
Captain, I'm still detecting the probe, but now that the interference is worse than before.
Explain.
Reason science. I'm gonna make this a difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's sensor signs.
Okay. Sensor operations.
Yes.
And 1 momentum for cautious. And you said sensors science on the ship. Three successes.
You do have a reroll if you wish.
Yeah, I can re-roll that 18. Four successes.
All right, gain 2.
Uh, Captain, it looks like the probe is caught in some kind of gravity field or a stream. Uh, it's being pulled towards one of the binary stars, Captain.
How long has the probe been active? According to the probe's logs.
Checking.
For a momentum.
One momentum.
Okay, I gotta answer this weirdly. So let me know if this does not make sense.
All right. Uh, Captain, according to the information I'm getting back from the probe, it's been online for about 80 years.
And download all relevant data you can from the probe while we still have the connection.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do my best. And I would like to try and download the probe's data.
All right, give me a control engineering assisted by the ship's computers engineering difficulty 2.
Uh, I'll spend a die for an extra momentum. I'll spend a momentum for an extra die. Oof. No good, ma'am. There's too much interference to get a consistent data stream.
All right. I think this might be an excellent opportunity to head to engineering, where we will meet up. Whoa, there's a lot of people down here.
Biggest department on the ship.
Where I believe Mr. Kane and Mr. Just entered into engineering.
So Kane will bound through the door. Okay, Rix. So a ship's shield is what we activate to protect the structural integrity of the hull from a lot of different things. Could be weapons, could be, material objects floating in space. There's a lot of stuff you can use the shield to protect from.
Here, just a little bit of a growl, almost, from the bowling behind you.
Righty.
Core is going to lead around the support pillar to May and go, wouldn't he already know that?
Everyone, you can stop slacking off. Your leader is back where he belongs. And he's towing, he'll motion back, Lieutenant Commander Rix. Everyone say hi.
Roykar waves slowly. Hi.
Garnet just says, but we've met him before. He's been here for a very long time.
Oh, but he's an honored guest, as always, in engineering. Aren't you, Rix?
Can we get on with the work, please?
Of course, of course. I'm sure it would make everyone else feel comfortable if you said hi to them. It's been a while.
Rix just moves to a console and pulls up the shield diagnostics panel.
Katala? Hope you've been well. All right, Rix. Kane will bring up the schematics to the ship. This is the Akatsuki. He'll bring up the schematics of the shield generators. And here are the little openings where the shields go boo-boo and set the frequency.
Commander Kane!
Around them.
If you don't shut up, I will hit you.
Kane will look over at Katala.
Respectfully, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Need to get that little outburst checked out. All right. He'll sit down. Get a little more serious. I'm sure you do remember your courses on chronoton radiation in the academy. He'll bring it up. Issue is that standard shields don't protect against that sort of thing. And, well, deflector dish doesn't really generate anything to...
I am aware of the problem, Commander. Let's, please, get working on a solution.
Kane will smile, the biggest smile. Oh, I've missed this, Rix. I've missed this so much. He'll sit down and, start pulling up the records on chronoton radiation in the database, and he'll start off with a theory. Since the deflector dish is supposed to deflect incoming particles and things away from the ship, he's going to see if reconfiguring the deflector dish and boosting the output might deflect chronoton radiation particles.
All right, I guess the question the GM has is what exactly are you guys trying to do or prevent?
So
My guess is we're readjusting the deflector to basically shield us from any chronoton particles affecting the ship.
correct, yeah.
Oh, so you're trying to keep it from affecting the crew, is what the captain was thinking.
Well, ship, i.e. crew.
Okay.
Yeah, just basically creating a bubble around the ship to try to deflect the particles.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see this as being too complicated, so this will probably just be trait creation stuff. So whatever techno babble you guys want to role play with, we'll just make a difficulty 2. But once I hear some good techno babble, I'll give you guys the roll.
I can adjust the shield harmonics to bolster it against chronoton particles. Once we can gather some of the data from the probe to get a more exact measurement of the harmonization, I would need some extra power drain. There would be some extra power drain from the shield, so we will need to boost some of the power output to compensate.
That's fine, given how often we've had to reroute the power on this ship. We've actually built in redundant systems for that. I do have to say, green guy back there, absolute whiz when it comes to this. Very technically sound.
Do you mean Roykor?
Sure, yeah.
That's
Roykar.
me.
Yep. All you, big guy. All you. So I'll patch into the probe.
Surely you know the name of your own crew members.
Sure. Yeah, I know everybody intimately.
Why did you name him the green guy? That's offensive. That's like saying I'm the blue guy.
Am I not supposed
Which
to call
for
you
some
the blue
reason
guy?
you haven't done yet. Which I have to perfectly honestly say that I'm surprised that you haven't said that to me yet.
You sound disappointed, Rex.
No?
Are you upset that I haven't called you the blue? I'll call you the blue guy if you want me to.
No, I don't want you to call me the blue guy. I just
figured you would be
complimented you for not calling me the blue guy, and now you
I know,
start
but-
calling me the blue guy?
You sounded emotional about it. I don't want to offend you.
You don't want to offend me?
No, I'll call. How about this, Blue Man? I'll call you Blue Man.
No? I want to be called by my name and rank.
Lieutenant Commander Blue Man?
Rick is just gonna, out of frustration, he's not gonna hit the console, but just the side of the console where there's no panel, and just makes a big thud. Lieutenant Commander Rix will do fine.
You got it, Rixie.
Commander,
You're one of the team, buddy.
I have my own team, thank you very much.
Okay. Well, you're always welcome here. I think I speak for everyone in saying you were always welcome in engineering. All right. Kane will crack his knuckles, get a serious face on. I'll patch into the probe, gather more information on this chronoton radiation that we're running into, and make sure I can provide you with the harmonics formula that you need to set the right frequency. Kane will set about gathering the information on the chronoton radiation.
Sorry, fingers are not working. Just move the letters where they need to be.
No worries. Oh, as in not detectable?
Correct.
Wow. Okay, well, seems the probe is gone. Can't patch
Gone?
into it. Don't know what
I
they're doing
sent
up
it-
there on the bridge.
I sent it only 15 minutes ago. How can it
No,
be
it's
gone?
not here.
Ricks to bridge. Do you have connection? We've lost connection with the probe. Do you have any explanation?
This is Locke, sir. Yes, the probe has reached its functional end of life. It's
What's
not
that supposed to mean?
transmitting anymore.
Those things last for decades.
Well, when we had the rift open the first time, the thing had been running for a couple of minutes. We closed the rift and opened a new one. And when we connected again, the probe said it had been online and gathering data for about 80 years, and then the signal started becoming intermittent, and we weren't able to get anything from it, sirs.
You're saying it aged decades in only mere minutes?
That's what. Yes, that's what it looks like, sirs.
I mean, we need that shield more than we initially thought.
Yeah.
Lox, can you send another probe? We need to gather some readings from the chronoton fields, chronoton particles that is on the other side.
Yes, sir. I can get that set up.
Do it.
I'll call you back when we're about to launch, sir.
If that happened
Alright.
to the Ibn Khalud, God
I'll do it.
knows what state the crew is in.
Well, Ricks, to venture a guess, if the probe aged 80 years, that ship was lost 78 years ago. He'll trail off.
Well, let's make sure we don't suffer the same fate. That is indeed what happened.
Yeah, for locks, just give me a control science difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's weapon science. This is succeed at cost.
Okay.
Diff 2.
Sensor
Oh,
operations is the focus.
sorry. Hold on. Captain said they want to do something on the bridge. I just saw that. So we'll head to the bridge. Locke, you just got off the phone with engineering, requesting another probe sent through.
I'll put
give it-
I'll put the handset back on the receiver and say, Captain, they'd like us to launch another probe.
Mr. Lux, could you close the rift one more time
Yes, ma'am.
and
Disengaging
then
rift.
reopen it?
Yes.
Give me that same role I had you do before, the control engineering, assisted
Control
by
engineering.
comms engineering.
Give me just a
Diff one.
I'm bunking testing a theory onto locks. Would that apply here? When you attempt a task using science and engineering, your first D20 is free so long as you've succeeded previously at covering the same scientific or technological field in the same adventure. If you create a trait that represents a hypothesis about the unknown phenomenon, you may also re-roll one of the da-da-da-da-da.
Did you give him testing a theory?
I'm trying to put it in right now.
Oh, okay. I don't think it would be for your character for this because you're not testing a theory. You're just opening and closing the thing.
Okay. Why can't I open
So we're
locks anymore?
we're not testing theories yet.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty. Science engineering. No. Control engineering. Didn't have a... Did I have a focus last time?
No.
No. Okay. One momentum for an extra die.
Then just need the ship.
Weapon science.
Communications engineering.
Oh, I thought I was launching a probe. No.
No.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, sorry. Comms engineering.
Like I'll take that dice roll. Just tell me what their oh, I can look.
The new target number would be 12. It didn't change.
And the department's the same. Okay, yes. So we'll just 5. So you guys are at max momentum then. Yeah, you open and close it. Again, the same way you did before. What was the captain trying to learn? Or I guess the question is why do this
I think-
again? I guess is what the question
I
is.
just want to see if when we reopen the corridor, it's not going into different branches within time. Like if the portals just keep going forward in time and not jumping to a point in time in the past or future.
You think the and this is Locke speaking. Captain, do you think the portal's bouncing around in the time stream, or do you think the star system's in an accelerated temporal state?
Only one way to find out.
Okay. Alright, now I'm launching the probe.
Well, do you see the probe? Our original one. Are you detecting it?
GM?
Or is it transmitting?
At this point, no. Because I think in the time that because you guys were in the process of losing it as being moved toward the star, I think in this time it probably in the time it's been, it probably entered into the star, so you lost it. I think is what I established in engineering.
Yeah.
So you're not detecting the probe anymore.
Ma'am, there's no signal from the previous probe.
So it's safe to assume that whatever's going on in the system, the time dilation is accelerating. Go ahead and
Or
launch the
the
next
other
probe.
side. Yes, ma'am. All right, and that was control engineering,
This is the control science
control science.
with weapon science. Div 2.
Okay. I will give. No, I won't. Sensor operations is a focus for this role.
No.
Okay.
This would still be launched with weapon systems, so. But I figure somebody who works with probes would know how to launch it.
And weapons science. Row.
All right. So you succeeded. There's a complication. Complication stand.
Yeah.
All right. You launched the probe into the rift. Let me send this to you.
Sciences to engineering.
Go ahead.
We've got a new probe into the system, and I've got a record of the chronoton energy spike for you.
Transmit the data down to us.
Yes, sir. All right. And this time, while the probe is still fresh, Lox would like to try and lock on to either a Starfleet subspace buoy or something that might have the star date, or see if he can just establish that information based off of the star alignment in the area.
Give me. Oh, okay. So pick one of those so I can figure out what you're rolling for.
Okay, we'll start off with the see if I can detect a Starfleet beacon.
Okay. This would be a reason. Let's go reason. Because it could be so many things. Let's go reason, Connor, science.
I will take science.
Assisted by the ship's sensors. Science. This is going to be a difficulty of 4.
Okay.
And this is to lock on a Starfleet signal, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sensor operations?
Yes.
Yeah. 1 threat and 2 momentum for 2 dice.
And just need chip
And
sensor settings, please.
okay. Seven successes total.
Yep, so you gain 3, you're at 1 float. I'll use the float to answer that if you want.
Okay. Captain? I'm detecting one Federation signal on the other side of the rifts, ma'am. It looks like it's the Ibn Khaldun. It's about 10 light years from probe's current location.
Ten light years.
Yes, ma'am. While she's pondering that, I want to start that scan of the local star arrangement and see if I can't nail down a star date based on that.
Give me reason science. Oh, I got threat. Div 5 comp 2.
Div 5. All right.
Oh yeah, this is not an easy task. But I will take I'll take astrophysics as a focus, I think.
Okay. And I'm going to look up. Arthan, are you still good at astronav?
I've tried to keep up with it.
I'm going to start feeding you some star constellations, see if you can help me figure out when and where.
I'm on it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll give Arthan the assist with reason con as well.
well, that's interesting. I just found a little button thing on the dice pool roller that says, is the ship assisting? And there's a checkbox. If you click it, it asks you for the ship, the systems, and the department.
Oh. When did they make all these adjustments?
I don't know. I guarantee it's going to be one die short because it can't account for advanced sensors yet.
Um, sorry, was astronavigation a good focus for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will do 3 momentum for 2 extra dice.
You said 3 or 2 momentum?
3. Unless you're going to allow me testing a theory.
No.
Okay.
Just because that requires you to have a successful task in the same field.
Alrighty.
And then just need ship's sensor science.
It's in there.
Need one more dice because of the advanced
Yeah.
sensors.
Alright.
Ah,
5.
got it. 5 exactly.
I'm not going to try and fish that 18. It just doesn't seem worth it right now.
All right, I'm gonna send this to both of you, and then once it's to both, you guys can RP what you guys are about to find.
Arthur, are you seeing this?
According to my calculations here, and the alignment of the probe, the date seems to be about 78 years in the past.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. Captain, the portal has moved backwards in time, it looks like.
Given the Ibn Khaldun's position, it puts it out of that system, correct?
Correct. I don't think we ever narrowed down where the destination system was. Uh, Checking. Is it possible to use the star data that we've already found and
For a
try and
momentum,
figure
I
out?
will give you that.
Alright, 1 momentum is yours.
Sorry, trying to type.
Captain, from the positional data and of the star charts that we looked at, it's in this system currently. The same system we are in.
Continue monitoring. Leave this portal open as long as we can, and then we're going to destroy the probe.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so should I head back to engineering?
Yes.
Or is there anything else on the bridge? Okay. All right. In engineering, while all of that was happening, Rix, you have received the new sensor probe data, and you're seeing what they're doing on the bridge as you guys are working and talking. So you're seeing the calculations they're doing. You're seeing the signal they got, just to keep you guys in the loop of what's going on, in case you guys wanted to RP any of that. But I'll leave the floor to you.
Rex, I can think of one or two interesting things to do with some of this time travel here.
Doesn't matter what we think. We need to consult with the captain.
I was thinking more of from a personal perspective, but I understand we have a mission.
Go ahead. Tell me what you're thinking.
Ah, no worries. Maybe we'll get a chance to do it. I don't know. I'll tell you later. All right. Kane will lean over his console. Let's track down this frequency wavelength for the chronoton radio, and then he'll key in and gather the relevant information on the chronoton radiation.
All right, just give me a insight, no, reason science, difficulty 2 to gather, just to do your analysis of the chronotons so that you could make it happen.
Got it. No focus. No. Okay. Yeah, I'll burn a momentum.
Rix, you can assist if you wish. I know your reason science is very high on your list, but
Do I assist with recent science?
yeah.
Okay.
If you wish.
Couldn't hurt.
Oh,
Nice.
Couldn't hurt,
sometimes,
actually.
sometimes you get surprised. You gain the momentum back. And yeah, you guys are able to get the frequencies and blah 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 so that you could insert it into your shield modification projections.
Cool. Yeah. Kane will send that information over to Rick's console, and then just add a little heart, the equivalent of a heart emoji in the Star Trek universe. Kane will look at Rick's expectantly.
What is that?
You said you wanted the frequency for the chronoton radiation.
Yes, and what is that?
Oh, that is just a little something. I added it. I just want to make your day better.
Ow.
I mean, everybody likes it when somebody cares for them, Rex. Just wanted to let you know, I appreciate you, buddy.
I don't believe you.
Probably my failing. I'll think of some better ways to show it. How about that?
Please don't.
All right. Well, let's get to doing this. And then Kane will stand up and just kind of arch his head over Rix's shoulder. Look at Rix's console.
What?
Oh, just seeing if you needed any help.
No.
Okay. Kane will take a step back. I'm here if you need me, Rex.
Well, I don't need you right now, so perhaps it is best I leave.
Okay. If you want to tell the captain that you didn't complete your work, that's fine. But well, how about this? I'll leave you to your work and I'll survey my kingdom.
Kingdom?
Kane will mosey off.
Gets stranger and stranger every time I see him. Okay, Jim, what's left to do with... is there anything left to do with the Chronoton defense at this point?
You just gotta make the modifications to the shields, which would just be a difficulty 2, and then whoever's rolling basically.
Okay, so I'll do that. Right now, then.
Right, this will just be a control security difficulty 2.
I'll give you a threat for bold. Two 19s? 3 19s? God. Reroll one of them and hope it.
Pick crits.
Focus. Nope. That went down the drain.
Roll stand.
Yeah, I can't do anything else about it.
Unfortunately, risks. You are having trouble integrating the shields with the modifications you want to use.
Why are these controls not working?
Kane's just walking around. All right, everybody. Remember, work as hard as you possibly can, and only good feedback on the employee survey from. Oh, Rix, you look glum. Is everything okay?
I could use some assistance.
I'm sorry. What was that? You said that very quietly.
I said I could use some assistance.
Kane will pull out his engineering tricorder, and I'm sure there's a voice record button. I'm sorry, one more time? He'll hold it up.
Damn it, I could use some assistance.
Click. That's all I needed. Okay, well, let's see what we can do here. Kane will sit down and he'll look at it and be like, oh, no. You can't modify it. Let me show you how to do it. I know it's probably been a while. And then Kane will set about reconfiguring, the shield generators, I guess, for the frequency.
Riggs is
All right.
biting his tongue so hard.
Control engineering diff 2.
Control engineering. Diff 2.
Oh, come on, Dice. You know what you have to do in this situation. Come on, Dice.
Do I have any? I don't think I have anything for this. Okay. Take a threat.
Come on, Dice. No way.
Got one. Let's see.
Come on, Kate. You know what you have to do. Oh.
There we go. Oh my god,
Okay.
thank God.
Okay, so Rix, Kane gets to work on the shield, and you're looking over his, looking over at his console, and for the briefest of moments, you see error messages pop up over and over, but then Kane gets his determined look on his face, and eventually gets the shields to cooperate.
There. Not so hard.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that, Rex?
Thank you.
I don't know if I quite heard you on that. He'll pull out his tricorder again. Yeah, and there it is. He'll click it. You know, Rex, you're welcome. He'll leave it at that. Nothing else. So, would you like to tell the captain, Commander?
No, you go ahead.
Righty. I'll deliver the good news. Engineering to bridge.
Go ahead.
Captain, both Rix and I figured it out. We can modify the shields anytime you wish.
Good work to both of you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Engineering out. He'll click his comm badge. Well, Rix, don't think we make such a bad team, if I don't say so myself.
I'll return to my post on the bridge now.
Understood. And like I said, welcome anytime, Rix.
Rix will quickly leave engineering.
All right, people. Kane will clap his hands. As I was saying, work hard. Only positive feedback on the surveys, and be sure to keep making me look good. Fearless leader out. And Kane will. Nope, wrong one. Bound out the door.
All right. Rix was heading back to the bridge. Kane, where were you going?
Kane is. He will eventually head back to the bridge, but he'll take a stroll to. What's our equivalent of 10 forward?
Just the mess hall.
He'll take a stroll to the mess hall first.
Okay. We'll head back up to the bridge. We'll probably take, unless there's anything that you guys wanted to do before Rix got there, we could probably enter new scene territory and then have Rix rejoin the bridge. Leave the floor to you guys.
Fox is going to chime in. Captain, if I have a suggestion, if we want to investigate the Ibn Khaldun, we should probably just fly to that star system rather than try and take the portal. I don't know where we'll end up or when.
Judging by our other probe, it was 80 years in the future, too.
Yes, ma'am.
Even Khaldun could have ended up anywhere within the time stream. Is the constant radiation emitting from the system, or is it a byproduct of the corridor?
Well, we didn't detect any chronoton radiation when we came into this system, Captain. I can have the probe try and run a scan of the destination system.
Make it so.
Yes, sir.
Give me a reason or insight science. Just make this a diff one. Assisted by sensor science.
Okay. Sensor operations or astrophysics is a focus?
Sensor ops.
Sensor ops, okay. just for shits. That last momentum for an extra die, so I can use cautious. I've been completely forgetting about the fact that Lox is a trill, and he's been generating bonus momentums every time.
Oh yeah, species abilities are a thing and important.
Spencer's scientific on the ship.
You could fish if you wish.
I don't see a particular need to. I just got back the momentum spent with interest.
All right, you guys gain 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. So there's no chronotons present in the system. Only within the corridor itself. You said it's a binary star system, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is a long shot, but I want to check this anyways. I want to see if there's an interaction between the two stars that is causing some kind of temporal, quantum, some kind of interference generated by the interaction of the two stars that would cause this kind of instability.
Give me a reason science difficulty 4.
Diff 4. All right.
Assisted by ship sensor science.
Can I call this testing a theory?
No, because remember you have to like you had to succeed at a task that was like this earlier. Like although this is like a theory, you didn't have a previous task at it.
Okay.
It's just how it's worded.
All right. Sensor operations is a focus then?
Yeah.
3 momentum for 2 dice. And the ship, sensor science.
Gain 2. Okay, I'm just going to say this out loud because typing this is going to be a pain in the ass. All right. So you start to go to study the stars' interaction with each other. And one of the stars is orders of magnitude bigger than the other star. And it is causing the other star, at certain intervals, the other star becomes very, very, very unstable. So you can conclude that the gravity streams in the system that your last probe was caught in is a byproduct of this interaction. You know, like it really messes up with gravity in the system at times because of this. Other indicators are that there is a lot of planetary debris, potentially from where planets in this system may have been torn apart from the sudden increases or decreases of gravity. Or maybe they intercepted one of these gravity streams that's running throughout the system.
The variations in the gravity field of the star system are causing temporal variations.
Uh, that's inconclusive, but it is causing gravitational distortions in the system.
Okay, I will pass that discovery along to the captain.
If the star is affecting when the corridor is opening, could we not calculate and formulate a algorithm to where we might be able to find when the key or even Calder exited?
It's possible, ma'am. That would probably take some time and further study of the system.
But no time like the present.
Yes, ma'am. Should have given Locks a temporal mechanics focus instead of the talent.
All right, so what's the inquiry?
Can we create some kind of an algorithm or formula to figure out where, or I'm sorry, when the Ibn Khaldun would have landed when it came through, based upon what we know of the system's gravitational effects and that interaction with the rifts?
I can give you a roll, but it'll be very difficult. I'm thinking somewhere in the magnitude of diff 6. If you're trying to figure it out quickly, of course. If you were to take all the time in the world and study this for months and years, then it would be a simple case of waiting the time. But trying to get this answer quickly is going to be a diff 6. Extremely
Should we
difficult.
try? Should we try it?
Yes, but give me 1 second here.
Okay.
Just see if one of my talents would apply here. It does not. Irony is we have a supervising character that has temporal mechanics.
We do?
Yeah.
So we do. We're also a trill. Well, do we want to try and activate a second one?
Yeah. I'll play her. I haven't rolled with my character yet, so.
All right. Lox will just look over the captain. I'll have to take this down to one of the science labs, Captain.
Proceed.
All right, budget cuts. We're going to reuse a scene from the Navajo.
Lieutenant. Walk up to the other thing. I have a request from the captain. She wants a formula for predicting time travel based on a binary star system.
Oh, I've been going over that data. It's quite fascinating. See what we could do here.
Okay, so I think this is going to be a reason science, difficulty of 6. It will be assisted by the ship's computer science. Since you moved to since you're using the lab, I figure Locke could assist.
Mm-hmm.
Recent science, you said? Difficulty 6.
Yes.
Is the ship assisting?
Computer science.
Sarah, I'll just see if I can upgrade her real quick.
Is there still a temporal mechanics talent in second edition?
No.
Dang.
I'll have to worry about it later. Technically, she get 2 upgrades, but okay. Well, this actually might give her a value here. That sounds more like her. Okay. Will you take tempo mechanics for a focus?
Yes, I will.
I would like to spend her determination. Sensors can't tell you everything, or with proper discipline, anything is possible.
I'll take the sensors one.
I'll give you 1 threat for the 3rd die, and then I'll spend all the momentum plus additional threat to roll up to 5. And so the ship was assisting with computer science.
Computer science, yes.
Yep, I've already got that set up. Will you
How's
accept
it?
astrophysics as a focus for Locke's assisting?
No. Apparently, Vari is very good at what they do. The ship, not so much. Right. 7 successes with a complication. Complication stand?
It has to.
Okay. Gain the momentum. Okay, so you start to study the system through the gravimetric readings and all of that. What you are reading currently in the system through the probe is that the interactions between the 2 stars that is happening in the past is pretty much at its rotational maximum, if that makes sense. So the conditions in the system are really in gravitational flux. And so you think that whatever's about to happen or not chronologically, you
Gravimetrically?
think that whatever is about to happen that causes the Ibn Khaldun to go missing from its current location is about to happen. In the past. And it would appear that the all the sensor probes that you are sending is into that system is happening just before the event happens.
Um, She has some bonus momentum here.
Okay.
Because
Brill.
Yep.
trail.
So that for each D20 purchase. So you get 3 bonus. Yeah, I think you have 3 bonus.
Yeah, the warden's just weird because I did give you 2 threat.
Yeah, but I could use that at for the third dice because you spent 4 momentum. So that would still technically buy 3. So I see it anyway.
Given the current state of what's about to happen, would it be a roll or an information spend to figure out when in time the Ibn Khandun will appear?
This one I could give you. It would still be the Ibn Khaldun's timeline. Like for them, time doesn't change. It's still that time frame. It appears that the time frame is affecting it currently. If that makes sense. Like the conditions in the system currently is causing you to peer back into the past. I think is where think is how to describe it.
If we were to keep the portal open, will that affect what happens to them?
You do not believe it would.
Lastly, given the gravitational effects, if the Ibn Khaldun would suddenly fall in, go through the portal or fall into the system, would the gravimetric waves affect the ship?
Which ship? Their ship?
Yeah.
Yes, you think it would.
Like, on an extension to that, like, would they be falling into the star? Like the other probe did?
I'll send it to you. So you could tell everyone later.
Just so I get this right. Put conditions of the star essentially are foreseeing the portals to open into the past or variations of the different time because of their proximity to each other, correct?
Yes, that's happening currently in your timeline. Yes.
So the chronoton radiation is a byproduct of the essentially the portals opening into the past. Essentially, is what this is.
Yeah.
According to these calculations, the ten locks, it would appear that the minute the even Kandun goes to the rift in their time, um, they could suffer catastrophic damage and potentially will fall into the binary stars.
Do we know when they'll come out?
Their time frame.
So they're not going to time travel.
No. We're time traveling only because of the stars cut rotation in our local space time, causing the rifts or corridors to shift in time. Did I get that right, GM?
It's like looking through a microscope and observing the past is kind of like what's happening. In like, if I were to use a Trek analogy here, because you're looking through the rift and you're looking into the past. It's something similar to that. Like you're looking at it through a microscope or through a lens, and you're viewing the past. So yeah, basically, you described it right.
Okay, I will spend a moment for this question. Just so to answer it. If the Akatsuki were to travel through the portal now, would they end up in the past?
Yes,
Would they be able to get back?
that's why you play the game.
In theory, yes, but probably not through the portal system and this network node. There is a method employed by earlier explorers before they outlawed it by using the sun's gravitational pull and the effect of warp speed to effectively time travel into the past and into the future.
Oh, you're talking about
I
Kirk's
believe at the time,
slingshot.
well, Mrs. Spock was the one. Captain Spock was the one who formulated the endeavors on that. He was not the only pioneer. In fact, during, as she just rambles on,
Lox is nodding and taking down notes on what he needs to return to the captain with. All right, Lieutenant, I'll get this back to the bridge. Thank you very much for your help.
anytime.
And as he passes the doors, he just mutters slightly under his breath, "What a nerd."
All right, so back to the bridge.
Back to the bridge. Back to the
All
future,
right.
Marty.
All right, before as Lox is down in the lab trying to figure all that out, I figure at some point, Kane, after visiting the mess hall and doing whatever you do down there, you rejoin the bridge. I'll give the bridge to crew any time that they want to role play before Lox gets back. I'll leave the floor to you.
and we'll just be telling his story. And Rick's, oh my gosh, this guy must have had his academy classes. Rick's 25, 30, even 40 years ago, maybe? You were all over this chronoton radiation thing. Amazing.
Not now, Mr. Kane. We have work to do.
Agreed. I was just complimenting your skills, just amazing. So, Captain, are we doing this or?
No, Mr. Kane, we will be going back, presumably to test it into the past. Violating the temporal prime directives. So unless you'd like to have a visit with temporal agents, I'd like to avoid that.
Well, never met one before, so. But
Kane, I would not advise incurring the wrath of temporal investigations.
what are they gonna quote regulations to me until I die? Like, oof.
Mr. Kane, they are not a branch of Starfleet. They are a branch of the Federation government.
Huh.
We are still beholden to them as much as we are the Federation president. And they have disciplinary actions available to them that Starfleet does not.
All right. You're the captain. You're the commander.
Mahawk's gonna lean back into his seat and look over to the captain and says, I have no wish to deal with them ever again.
Noted.
Captain, we figured it out. It's messy and it's complicated, but the short of it is, it's a problem with the stars, and we are looking into the past. Not, how did the lieutenant explain it to me? We are looking into the past, and we can see the Ibn Khaldun. What's going to happen for them is in their normal time stream. It's like watching a holo recording. Although the lieutenant said if we go through the portal, we will go into the past, but the Ibn Khaldun's probably going to be destroyed from its jump.
Destroyed how?
We believe it's going to hit gravitational shear from the flux of the stars and get ripped apart. if we do go through the rift, we'll be back in the past. We won't be able to get back to the present using the travel nexus, but we could do one of those time traveling slingshot things that Kirk's Enterprise did on a couple of occasions.
Captain, with all due respect, I understand that we must follow the temporal prime directive, but this is a whole crew of Starfleet officers we're talking about, and well, history doesn't really record the events of the Ibn Khaldun. Perhaps this is an exception we can make.
Mr. Lux, could we survive the gravitational shear if we pass through?
Yes, sir. We wouldn't be entering in the same place as the Ibn Khaldun. From what we could tell, they kind of caught a bout of bad luck.
In order to preserve the timeline, we would have to pull the crew of the Ibn Khaldun back to the future with us.
Yes, ma'am.
Theoretically, yes.
Better that than perish altogether.
It begs the question, what right do we not have to save the away team that perished, altering the timeline further?
That does present a conundrum, sir, and I understand. There's a choice there.
Hawksmith, speak up. It would seem, Captain, that we must let events play out as they will. The Ibn Khaldun must go through the rift and be destroyed, leaving their away team abandoned on the world behind us.
Mr. Locke, did the lieutenant's calculations pinpoint where the Ibn Khaldun would appear at?
GM, Did we have an exact location of where they would appear?
Um, assuming that they entered through this rift corridor thing, yeah.
Uh, yes, ma'am, sir.
Would we be able to get a transport lock on them? From our current position?
On this side of the rift, sir?
Yes.
Uh, it's possible. The ship wouldn't be destroyed immediately. We'd need... Uh, let me run some... Let me run a scenario through the computer, Captain. GM, I'd like to roll to determine if Kane would like to assist, that would probably be helpful. If we could, using the probe that's already in the system, lock onto the crew of the Ibn Khaldun and beam them away before their ship completely destroyed itself.
I'll just make it easier. I'll spend a little bit of threat. I'm not gonna make this easy on you guys. I kind of already set this up, so it's not a stretch.
No, it doesn't look like it, Captain. The interference from the gravity streams in the system would prevent a clear enough signal for us to transport with. We would have to be on that side of the rift.
I've heard Mr. Rick's and the XO's opinions on matter. Everyone else is free to speak up.
Lox is gonna chime in for a second. Commander Kane, did we ever determine if these rifts were one way?
GM, did we?
I mean, you guys never. Did you ask the question?
Like, we've sent things through. And we're holding the rift open right now. And right now I'm thinking out of character. So, what if we, like, we can test this by recalling the probe, seeing if it can come back through the rift. Because if it can, then we could theoretically leave something on this side to continue transmitting the signal to hold the rift open, take the Akatsuki through, do what we need to do, and then zoom out through the hole we came in from.
That's good future talk, but I think Arthur was about to weigh in.
Yeah, Arthur will pipe up, and all he'll say is, well, we all knew the risks, us and them, when we signed on to join Starfleet. But our families, and even myself, if I was in their shoes, I would hope that someone would at least try to do something.
I have to say that's my
If we have a
opinion
chance,
too.
we have to at least try.
That's my opinion as well.
Mr. Locke, you had a thought?
Yes, Captain. I was wondering if we were able to pull the probe back through the rift.
I'll make it so.
All right. I would like to try and issue orders to the probe for it to reverse course and come back through the rift to our side.
All right, give me a control science assisted by the ship's communication science. Diff 2.
Diff 2. Paradox time. Okay. Astrophysics?
No.
Okay, so flat roll. One momentum for cautious. You said ships, sensors, comms, or science comms?
Yeah. You don't get to use that combination often.
No, you don't.
All right, so you have a fish available if you wish.
Yeah, I'll try and fish that 16. Nice.
All right, gain 2. And yeah, you send the signal to the probe. It eventually acknowledges the orders, and it heads back to the rift. And a few moments after it enters, it appears on your side of the rift.
Is the rift still open?
It is.
Uh, Captain, I have a suggestion. If we leave something here to keep the signal going, to hold the rift open, we can take the Akatsuki through the rift and rescue the Ibn Khaldun's crew, and then come back without having to fly around a star.
Are you talking about only saving the crew and not the ship?
From our calculations, when the ship passes through through the rift in its time frame, it's going to suffer catastrophic damage and be torn apart relatively quickly.
Isn't there some way of us strengthening their shields?
He's just gonna shrug
You'd
and
be
look over at Kane.
Essentially, yeah. I mean, it's not unheard of for one ship to use its own shields to reinforce the shields of another. Some cases even throwing their shields over the other ship, but you look at the captain. I don't think I have to go into detail about the dangers that might present to us.
If we are indeed going through with a rescue operation, why not try to get the whole ship? But I understand if we want to focus on the crew first and foremost.
Well, from our calculations, Commander, the damage the Ibn Khaldun is going to receive upon exit is, like I said, going to be catastrophic. It's not instantly shorn apart, but I'm not an engineer, but I'm pretty sure that ship would have to be scuttled either way.
That's
It would
why I
be
would suggest.
salvage.
That's why I'm suggesting we take the Akatsuki through. With our chronotonic shielding, should be fine. And then we extend those shields around the Ibn Khaldun, taking them with us back to our time.
We
If I remember
we'd be
correctly,
trying to
TM,
go ahead.
I was saying, I remember correctly, even because you gets caught in the gravimetric shear, does it not? And it's pretty much torn apart, according to calculations.
A lot of what you think's going to happen to the ship, because obviously you haven't witnessed it, is what you think is going to happen if they're caught in that gravity well, which you believe happened. Now, how long it takes for for the ship to tear apart is anyone's guess. It's all a lot of we think this is going to happen. Our best guess is this is going to happen. But I will say that there will be if you go there and the ship is not instantly destroyed, their ship, there will be rolls to try to save it if that's what you're asking. Like you'll have opportunities to do things. It's not like they appear and it's instantaneously blown up.
I guess the
I think
first
that's what
question
you're
is,
asking. Yeah.
let's see if we can't be able to keep the rift open first. Otherwise, a lot of this talk is pointless.
Could we send the Delta Flyer through, sir? Not the
Sorry,
Aero
Delta
Delta
shuttle, you mean?
Flare?
Aero shuttle, yes.
What is this Delta Flyer?
I don't know. I said it wrong. I'm
You
sorry.
mean the Alpha Flyer?
What Alpha Flyer?
Beta Flyer?
Mr. Kane, what is the need to keep the rift open?
So yeah, GM, unless you disagree with me. Should be possible to plant a probe or another device on this side and just continuously broadcast the signal. That should be enough to keep it open.
Yeah, it's pretty much this whole episode for the last few hours have been whatever your agency is. So it is a problem that you guys get to solve in whatever manner you guys see fit.
Cool. So yeah, he'll relay that to the captain. Even if it closes after we go through, well, we just set the probe to issue the open command again. Should open right out.
Assuming it'll open it up at the same time frame.
Fair.
That's why I was suggesting we just hold the door from this side and don't let it close. Commander Kane, is there something in the signal that tells the station how many ships are going to go through the rift?
Not that I can tell. I mean, based on the digging that we did earlier, I think it can track the number and the timing, but I think you just open the door and walk through.
I'm just wondering what makes it close behind us or if there's like a signal we need to put out saying, hey, 4 ships are going through. Keep the door open for that long until 4 ships pass through.
I'll send you a clarification, Kane. A nice, simple explanation.
Got it. I was about to say, at this point, if you don't want me to start making stuff up, yeah.
I mean, you would probably make this up anyway because it sounded like what you said. This is just confirmation of this is kind of how it works.
Fair.
I think that's clear enough.
Got it. Yeah, that was basically what I was going to
What
say.
you're thinking, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everything that we've seen and everything that we've done so far, a ship broadcasts a signal, and then when the ship moves past the opening, the signal is no longer broadcast on the side that it had left from, and then the closing sequence begins on that side. Essentially, if it's not being broadcast on that side, it won't open from that side, so it shuts.
So, me and the Akatsuki needs to stay here broadcasting the signal to keep the door open.
Or the Arrow shuttle could be left behind to make broadcast.
True. As long as something is on this side, broadcasting, it should keep it open.
How many on board to even cut in?
Mahawk will answer. Standard complement of an Oberth class was 80 people.
I think I gave this to the captain last week, but I'll just repost it for you.
Ah, okay.
Scheme, rig up a probe that will continue broadcasting the subspace signal to keep the door open.
Of course, Captain. And I could probably use Lieutenant Commander Rix's help in this as well.
I don't believe that's necessary.
Oh, come on. You've launched so many probes in your time.
Very well.
After you,
No, we-
Lieutenant Commander.
Have you finished the modifications?
Oh, to the probe? Oh. I figured
Yes, it
that we
is.
would do this in engineering.
I'm content on waiting for you to finish the modifications and then I launch the probe. Thank you very much.
Gentlemen,
Fine.
time is of the essence here.
course, Captain.
But Captain, don't we
don't.
have all the time in the world?
You heard the captain. Move along.
It's a joke, Rix. Lighten up. Kane will head down
start
to
the
engineering. Yeah. Kane will head down to engineering. He'll tap his comm badge and let engineering know to get a probe prepped and ready for reprogramming.
Okay. Just give me a control engineering difficulty 2 to get the probe rigged up.
Cool, cool. Take threat. Nope. No focuses.
Gain a momentum. You do have a fishing option.
I'm good.
All right. Probe is ready after half hour of work maybe.
Engineering bridge.
Go ahead.
On your mark, Captain.
You may proceed, Commander.
Roger that. Rixie buddy, fire away.
Don't call me Rixie. Fire.
Give me control security assisted by the ship's weapons science, please.
Can I get advantage because I press extra hard on the fire button?
You literally punched the console.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a glass shattering. A little bit of a crack in the console.
Oh, but now you have to call Kane to come and fix it.
No, I'll do it myself. I have tape. What am I doing? I'll give you a threat for bold.
Oh, I do love threat.
Let's see. The ship assist. Let's try that out.
It does assist, yeah.
What was that? Sensors and
Weapons science.
weapon side.
Weapon science.
Vogel's favorite role now.
It is. I mean, normally this is like supposed to be like a nothing roll, but like it gives
This
his
is
tactical
armament.
officer something to do, and if you just make this succeed at cost, it's fun.
Hotskis.
And you guys launch so many probes,
It's a lot of dice. Okay. One success. Yeah. Okay. I can re-roll the one of those higher numbers. Let's do that. That's not better. It's just one success.
Okay, like I said, this is succeed at cost, so.
Oh wait, science. The ship is going to roll too, right?
No, that's a sensor.
That's for sensors.
That's sensors. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Results stand?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Rix, you launched the probe. However, it doesn't anchor in an ideal spot. So you estimate that what's the complication going to be? You believe that the signal will hold. However, with its positioning not being ideal, it may burn through the probe's power supply quicker, potentially creating a time limit on the other side.
Captain, the launch was successful. However, the probe did not find the optimal location for keeping the rift open. We don't have too much time.
Understood. Ensign Arthur, stand by on impulse engines.
Ready, Captain.
And now we wait.
What are we waiting for?
They even cut him to appear. I have a sneaky plan here to see if they even do it. So I don't get in trouble with the Bureau of Temple Investigations.
Okay. So just let me know what your kind of like what your plan is, so I know how to move forward.
We're standing by at the rift on our end in our timeline area. We're only going to enter when the other vessel appears. And hopefully they broadcast a distress signal.
Okay. All right. You guys wait on the bridge, staring intently at your sensors for about a good 30 minutes, you estimate. Eventually, through your sensors, peering into the rift, you do see the Ebon Khaldun enter the system. When they enter the system, you notice a couple of things. As soon as they enter the system, you notice that they immediately seem to have damage to their port nacelle. They try to maneuver away from whatever just happened, but they seem to have flown themselves into what appears to be the gravity well, or the gravity stream that you guys have been detecting. And it seems to be caught in that. And no matter what they seem to try, they seem to not be able to break themselves free of that system, or of the gravity well. And within a few minutes of them being caught, you finally do detect their distress signal.
How bad is the damage to their ship?
That would be a roll.
Will you take sensor operations as a focus?
I will.
Okay, and I'm assuming reason science?
Yep.
What's my
Diff 2.
difficulty? Diff 2.
Diff 2.
All right. One momentum for the cautious. Thank God for the cautious.
If someone wants to roll the ship sensor signs, please.
It's like a total of 6.
All right. Gain 4. All right. Locks, your damage report is because I'm assuming you're keeping your sensors on the ship. When they exited the rift, they seem to have sustained damage from that journey to their port nacelle, causing their warp drive to become offline. And there's like some hull damage and some micro breaches. They attempt to maneuver away at impulse when they pretty much hit the gravity well at full impulse, causing more hull breaches, larger hull breaches, and this knocks out their impulse drive. And you notice that they're trying to now use thrusters to try to get themselves out of the gravity well to no luck. Or sorry, the gravity stream with no luck. And they seem to be caught.
So, hull integrity, can they be saved with a tractor beam, or do we need to beam them off?
That's a decision for you guys to make.
Hampson Arthur, take us in.
Yes, Captain. You'll begin navigating closer.
All right, Arthur, give me a daring con. But I'm going to make this a difficulty of 3, complication 2.
Locks is keeping a close eye on that rift.
Assisted by Engine's Con.
Um, I'll do a threat and 2 momentum for 4 dice. It was Engine's Con.
Yep.
Here we go. Every roll.
Right, gain momentum. All right, Arthur, you pilot the ship into the rift, displaying all those vibrant colors that I described last time. You guys start to get close to the exit of the rift, and I will call that the to be continued.
Dun dun dun.